Hello, Jesse Cox.
Hello.
Welcome back to another episode of Forward and Back again. Shout out to Zook, by the way, for making this fantastic art for us that we now have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I of course immediately changed from the outfit. Now I'm a goldsmith.
Oh, I think you can actually change here. You might have to be in normal tones. I'm not sure. You'll figure it out. There you go. Yeah.
Good.
You're all good.
I was just goldsmithing when you got me.
Yeah. You've been once again very busy in the world of I usually say Eorzea, but we're no longer in Eorzea anymore. We're in like Gear Albania or someplace east.
Well, no, we're not. This isn't. I don't know where we're at. I was about to say. Well, actually,
this is Doma, is it?
This is Doma. Yeah.
Yeah. This is Othard. I think is the Othard.
Yes, Othard is where we're at.
Yeah, we're no longer in proper Eorzea.
Yes, so far I've been to Garabania, which was Alamigo, and then oh boy, I'm gonna butcher this. Hingashi, I think is where Kugane is.
Yep.
Which is where I was, and now we're in Othard. Yes.
Indeed.
Which I suppose this is supposed to be where we're looking right now. It's supposed to be, I think, like Mongolia compared to the China
like
of the last zone I was in and the Japan of the previous zone.
Yeah.
Maybe
something like that.
I guess all I know is I don't think you can see this. But on my screen, the last quest I had was Lise, Gosetsu, and Yugiri and I ventured into this zone.
Uh-huh.
And I stopped there. So for some reason, right where you're standing, well, you just moved.
Oh.
But right where you're standing, you were bashing Lise in the face with the tail, and it was kind of funny.
Nice.
They're literally right here behind us on my screen, and you keep whacking them with this whale tail. It's
beautiful.
Great.
Yeah. I think you're actually I think you just got the little walk-in sequence with Lise talking over it. Cinematic.
Yes, literally just happened.
Yeah. So we're not going to fly around in this zone, really. But I mean, before we even kind of move forward, the last time we did this was around 3.55. You had not met Lise yet. In fact, you didn't even know that Lise existed. You didn't even know.
She did, I guess. I mean,
she existed, but it was under the guise of Yida. So I guess we'll kind of start there, and perhaps with one of the biggest offensive things that for me I feel this game has ever done, and that was kill off Papalimo, and the way that they killed off Papalimo. They did that. They did our boy dirty, Jesse.
I don't remember what happened.
He was at the top of. Go ahead. I thought you were
No. I will never forget that Papalimo vaporized himself like Louis Soir.
Right.
But I don't remember what had happened that day as well. That Papalimo's death didn't hit me as hard. Something else had happened. I can't remember over the course of that day of playing what other major event occurred that got me, and I was like, "Oh no!" I couldn't remember what it was.
Well, I mean, the entire Ilbard had the entire army sacrifice themselves for nothing. That was kind of traumatic.
I mean, that was pretty cool though. That it made the dragon and everything, and I was very excited to fight him. I'm trying to
think what else happens, because you did the dungeon, you did Balsar's Wall.
Yes.
Which of course ended in the sloppy fight, so you finally got to understand that meme.
Everyone in chat was saying sloppy. Yeah, it definitely happened.
Just ad nauseum there. Man, I don't recall what would be
I don't. I'm trying to think of what else had happened. Something had happened earlier in the stream that I was like, oh no. And then we got to that point and I was like, well, I mean, that sucks. And it is disappointing that Papalino was gone, and I'm mad that they wrote him out of the story. And instead they were like, and this character is also just another character for no real reason. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I just can't.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
look up the
know.
post-patch content here real quick.
Yeah, I don't know if it was going back to like the scene where you return to meet everyone after you sort of save the day and defeat all the dragons, and I'm trying to think what.
Well,
I'm
there
trying to think
was
what hit me.
3.5 started, and that was when Nero showed up. I think
Nero. Oh, that's
that
what it
is
wasn't.
that?
It wasn't a bad feeling.
It was a good
I
feeling because
wasn't
Nero
feeling.
showed up.
Yeah, all right. I wasn't depressed going into Papalimo. I was so overhyped that Nero came back that when they wrote out Papalimo, I was just like, I'm still pretty jazzed that Nero's back though.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was, because I remember being like, I was talking with chat and I was like, all right, if they're gonna talk about an Omega weapon, there's only one person who can show up. And it was during, it's so funny. If you can find a clip of it, I was like, there's only one person who can show up right now. And then you hear like footstep. And I was like, no way. And then like he showed up, I lost my mind. I was like, ah, Nero! Yeah, I'm a huge Nero fan. So
Sure.
I think
He's
him
great.
showing up, and then immediately, I don't remember if he came before or after Papalimo died.
He came.
I think he came.
I think
after,
he came
right?
after because Papalimo dies and surrounds what you now know to be Shinru's like cocoon, and then he has been in. I called it a desert, I think, last episode, but it's not really a desert. He's just been kind of out in like an Allegan runes, and had found Omega out there.
Right. Yeah.
And comes back and says,
I,
like, you need Omega because this is what the Alligans use to like find sources of power or whatever.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe it wasn't him. Maybe I very quickly got over Papalimo because of him. I'm not sure what happened. I just remember that, like, out of all the characters' deaths, I love Papalimo. Papalimo didn't hit me hard though, and I have no idea why.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because he got like get out. I even tried to stay with him, and he pushed me back into the ship, and I was like,
yeah,
you
I
son
did the
of a
same
bitch.
thing. Yeah, that death actually, that kind of like set the tone for Stormblood for me, and I was pretty invested just because of. I think that was just a really well done cutscene. It got like super anime watching Omega and Shinru fight.
Yeah, I mean, that whole scene was dope as hell. I thought it was absolutely hilarious that they made an effort to explain that every character that was with you when you were in that room, no one saw the fight.
Yeah.
So when they get out, they're like, what was that like? What happened? I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, it was good times. It was good times. And then I think
we jump into war. Like,
yeah, you kind of just jump straight into it. But even before then, you had a post Heavensward, a post 3.55 cutscene, and you got to meet the one, the only Gosetsu. And I think you were just on board from the second that he got off of his ship and fell right over because of how tired he was.
You know what? Maybe it was also Ghost. I think the whole thing. I think Gosetsu showed up before Papalimo died. So I think Gosetsu.
No, I don't think.
Are you
so.
sure?
Yeah, I think that was called.
Because I'm not sure what happens. All I know is poor Papalimo.
You might be right.
I think perhaps either because I'm playing this game and I get to experience all the patches in a row.
Yeah.
Like maybe Papalimo's death would hit harder if there wasn't something immediately after it, if like that was the end of a thing. But oh my god. Yeah, they Papalimo was great, but they started giving us at the end, they were like, have all these amazing characters. We're gonna introduce to you a new character that you're going to effing love, Jesse. And also Nero's back. And I was like, Papalimo, rip, but oh my god. And I'm totally fine with characters. I don't want to say written off because they like killed off a character, but I'm fine with like
he was like an older character, right?
Yeah, like characters who have been around a while, who have like done a lot of stuff, being replaced rather than like they exist in the world, we just don't use them. I feel like that's even more criminal.
Sure.
Like, why wouldn't they be involved? Why wouldn't they have lines during the scene, like that kind of thing?
Yeah.
And you can see that as we were running up to the end of A Realm Reborn, there were so many Scions. Every cutscene was like one person would say one line and that was it.
Right.
And you're like, there's no character development here. They're all there to like tell you stuff. And so now as they're getting rid of characters, they can allow other characters to do things like them saying Thancred, you're gonna stay behind. If you're a Thancred fan, that sucks, but it's also like, oh, neat. Other characters like Lise, for example, who Ida as a character had no development, as far as I could tell.
Yeah.
She was just there to get yelled at by Papa Limo, and then every once in a while be like, I have, and that was it. And so it was fascinating to me to see them decide to make her a new character, but actually be like a new character. I mean, it's interesting, and I don't know why they decided to do it. I can't figure it out. Like, it doesn't seem like it really matters, but like, all right, whatever.
You kind of asked, I think last episode, what most people have an issue with in Stormblood. And I think since you've experienced a large portion of it, it's a little tropey, in terms of just like what you would expect from a, Far East style game. And also I think Lise is just everyone's like, I will say that she does have some like cool points, which you have not seen yet. And things where you, as a player, I think she wins you over, but there are a lot of moments that it's just kind of like, God, like you're just so like, fuck.
Well, and I can tell that's the story they're trying to tell. Like, it's very obvious because it's really on the nose. The way Lise is like, I'll handle this, and immediately screws it up, right?
Yeah.
Or she says like, I'll talk to this person, then can't get the words out. Like all the things that are very, very tropey. And she thinks she's strong. Like that whole idea of like, I need to be more like my father was, and my sister was. I pretended to be my sister for so long. Now it's time to, like that kind of thing. It's very obvious there's going to be that moment where she's like, it's time to be me. And then she, I assume, ends up in an outfit that looks similar to the one from the trailer, the cinematic, and ends up being like the badass by the end. Because there's no way she's not, when everything she's doing so far is like
shit.
A complete failure.
Yeah.
Everything she tries, they're like, oh girl, oh just stop.
Yeah. You're coming up on, in terms of like characters in the expansion, you're coming up, I think you've seen the back of Lord Hian's head. Lord Hian is one of my favorite characters in the expansion.
I'm excited. Yeah.
A cool character.
Anything Doma, Hian, Cyan related. I mean, it's very obvious. I'm expecting to hear the Doma theme or Cyan's theme from Final Fantasy VI. I'm expecting to hear it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Final Fantasy VI is scattered out throughout this entire expansion, in ways that you'll never even see coming, which is cool.
Sure.
Like I think that actually happened to you when you were in Yangjia or Yangjia, however the fuck you say it, and you saw the giant heads. As
Yeah.
Yeah,
the heads are literally from Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah. The second I saw that, I was just kind of like, oh shit, okay, that's awesome. Like I love those type of throwbacks.
There's they even had, when you first start in Alamigo, whatever that zone's called.
Yeah.
The very first enemy I ran into when I walked into the zone were those eye-looking dudes from Final Fantasy VI they're like furry eyes is the best way to describe them.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, these guys are in this game.
And then they had the shell, like, I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say, slug type guy for the first boss in the caves, where you have to his shell absorbs magic.
For the very first boss fight in the entire game. Yeah.
So that type of stuff is
I've
really
fought
cool.
a few of those. They're actually in this zone, directly north of us, like near town.
Oh yeah, we can go over there.
If we can find them, they are here.
Let's go check them out real quick.
Even this tower in front of us, I think that's fascinating. Heaven on High, I think that's neat.
Have you seen?
I haven't done it yet.
Okay, to be honest, I've never done Heaven on High as well. So
look, if you want to make that run, I'm down. I need to do it at some point.
If we do that full run, that's like a long fucking commitment.
Look, I get it. I understand. Yeah, I got to level 70 of whatchamacallit. There it is. That guy right there.
Yeah, right there. Holy shit. Fight. The fate. Yeah.
Dude, literally just.
Oh, this is the 30-minute fate. This is pretty good XP, but you're already 73, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. Yeah, we should do a Palace of the Dead run. Maybe if we got Dodger and Sam and did a Palace of the Dead run, that would be really fun.
That'd be super fun. Yeah.
If we got all the way to, because I've done floor 200 twice, and it was about a 7 or 8 hour thing, if I recall correctly. So
I did. I got to 70 and was like, that was a long 40 minutes. I was like, that was a lot.
Yeah.
But it was neat because I played as a Dragoon and I got to see what Dragoon was like, and that's why I decided to start playing as one. So
exactly. Yeah, that type of stuff's really cool. Do you have this right here? Do you have the sightseeing point?
I do not. I saw it pop up on the screen right as we got here.
Okay. I think if we jump off here, let's see.
I don't know how this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What is this? Is this /lookout? Is that what it's saying?
It's not.
/lookout is for me. You might not have them unlocked yet.
Oh, because no, I do. I was targeting you.
Oh, okay.
It kept saying you scanned the area around Asa Odie.
Getting back on track with the story, the very beginning of Stormblood, obviously you met Ida, aka Lise, and that kind of character started.
I'll be real. Like Ida, Lise, neat, fine, whatever. My moment where I was like, oh, I might love this expansion is in the first, I don't know, 10 minutes. They were like, and now the Empire, and it was like a 15-minute scene. I was like, holy shit! And they did like the whole like, we're marching and singing, and we are the Empire. I was like, oh fuck yeah! I was so excited. I was so happy.
Right, they do. Yeah, they do that whole like, yeah. I had forgotten about that scene.
And then they meet. I think for the first time, Xenos, I think is his name.
Yeah, the old Xenos.
Yeah, you meet the son. I think is
Xenos von. No, I don't want to say his last name. I don't know if you know that yet. It doesn't matter too much, but yeah. Yeah, Xenos is he's an interesting character. You just kind of hit the moment right before you went to the Azim step, where you finally realized like, oh, he's that bad guy. Where he just wants to fight.
Yeah, he's the bad. Like when you first see him, I think last expansion for a little bit.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm bored and ruling is boring.
Yeah.
And he definitely has that like spoiled kid vibe, which I think is great. And he then, as you see what he does this expansion, it's like, oh, this dude is basically like, I want the people to rise up and fight me. I broke them and I want them to like come back because it's boring. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, this guy's gonna get it because of his hubris. Like, oh, that's fun. Yeah. I actually enjoy him a lot. I think he's a really great character, mostly because he literally kicks the shit out of everyone. Mm-hmm. And they don't just have scenes where he shows up and fights like your character and it's like, oh, that he's so strong. Other characters talk about how strong he is and how I think there was one battle where the dude, and they just mention it, like there was one battle that happened and instead of sending out his army, he literally just walked out and like won the fight himself.
Right.
And everyone was like, and we knew we couldn't oppose him because he was that strong. And I'm like, see, that's the backstory I want. I don't want to be like that one character who just happens to also be amazing, but never shows it. I was like, no, he's that guy who's like, my bucket of swords, my caddy of swords is,
really is
always
funny.
with me, and I'm going to murder you all. And I'm like, great, fantastic. I love it.
I think in terms of the villains of this game, a lot of people rate him to be one of the worst, which is interesting. I think is just a discussion point, but it's not the type of point I think we can, or it's not the type of discussion we can have just yet. I just think that for you to be into him as much as you are is definitely a cool thing.
He's not. I mean, the thing is that he's not a like layered villain. It's very obvious his motivation and desire, at least right now.
Yeah.
I think the thing that's interesting is that in the previous expansion, if you were to say to me, Jesse, who was the main villain, I don't know that I know that answer.
Yeah, like maybe
Like-
Nidhogg or something like that, maybe.
Yeah, maybe,
Or the
but also
Pope.
kind of like Elf Pope. But
Yeah.
yeah, there was no main villain. There were a lot of villains that you were like caught up in a thing, and I think that's the one difference. The villain in this one, I'm fine with. The one difference I have with, I don't know if it's a problem with this expansion, but I've noticed the difference in the way it's designed. Is that the previous expansion, you and your little ragtag band of like survivors, you are thrown into a world where everything is unraveling. There is conspiracy and intrigue, and everything's a mess.
Yeah.
And you're just trying to keep up. And at the end of the day, based on the relationships you've made, you're like, we're gonna go do this, and we'll save this person, or get revenge for this, or do this thing. And you're kind of like just stuck in the middle of it, right? You're the warrior of light, but people are like, because you're the warrior of light, can you help us, please? This time, it's okay. We are going to go, and because we are thrust into what is obviously an open war is about to break out, like shit's about to go down. We think we can get the Alamegans their freedom, and so you get talked into going on this adventure. And you're like, yeah, all right, I'm in. You go across the wall, you go to Alamigo, and you think like, yeah, we're finally, at first they're like, no, we don't want to. The Empire's scary. And then you help them. You're like, yeah, we're going to do it. We made a resistance. Great. And then the bad guy shows up and crushes it immediately. That's dope as shit.
Yeah.
That was super fun. I couldn't believe that. I was like, wait a minute. They'd be killing characters off this early? Wild.
Yeah. Yestola
and then
takes a blow there.
I thought she was dead.
So
I was like, holy. The scene was so cool looking when she blocked it with a shield. I was like, I thought that girl died right there. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But then she had plot armor and it was fine. I was like, oh, okay.
Well, it's the type of thing like if they don't, like the reason what's his name died in Heavensward was because he got like pierced by a fucking lance of light.
I guess if
And
your
so,
wound
like,
glows.
Yeah, his connection to the Aether was destroyed or whatever. But with
but I don't understand how the one dude died then.
Who's that?
As a great example, so in Alamigo, or wherever you were when you were in the Reach or whatever that place is called.
Sure.
When Xenos shows up and attacks everyone.
When he hits you.
The one dude who like you do a few quests with dies. And it's just like, wait a minute, but he wasn't killed in a crazy way. He just was killed by that lady.
Yeah.
And I guess they forgot that he was there.
I think
they put all their healing power into like just two people.
Well, I think, are you talking about Connor? No, Connor's still alive. God, what is that guy's name?
I do not look. I made the joke when I was doing quests with him that it was fun to hang out with him until he becomes a background character again. He was that kind of guy.
Right.
But then they killed him. I was like, oh shit. So that happened.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is. I haven't seen the sunrise here before. This is gorgeous looking. Damn.
Yeah, this whole area is super neat. I love. I'm just gonna say the music in these zones. I love that it all uses the same theme.
Right.
Because I've dubbed it the anime Japan theme.
I've heard
your.
Well, maybe we'll go to Kugane so you can sing it for everyone.
Yeah, the anime Japan theme is great, and there's also I have a new one called man, what was it? I think it was like something China. I can't remember what it was, but it was very, very good for the the obvious China zone.
Yeah.
And now I have to come up with like a Mongolian one. I'm very excited about these lyrics.
Yeah.
They're usually 2 or 3 lyrics long, and that's it, and it's great.
They're good. They're good.
Yeah.
You also.
But anyway.
What? Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
What I was gonna say is that what I was trying to get to is that everything that I've noticed about this expansion is that it is okay. We need to convince this group that they should fight the Empire. They say no. We end up saving someone, doing a thing, something changes their mind. They say yes. All right, well, that worked. Let's move on to this next group. Do the same. Like so far that's the major thrusting plot of this expansion is go to a group. They tell you no way. At first it was like, all right, Go to Alamigo. They say no way. They get crushed, and then we're like, we still have to fight. Here's our strategy. We'll head over to the far east while you stay here, and then we'll attack from both sides, like that kind of thing.
Right.
So then we come here, and then we're like, okay, we need to convince people to join us. So let's get these pirates. And the pirates are like, no. We're like, oh man, come on. Do a few quests. They're like, we're totally in. The turtle people were like, come on, turtle people. They're like, no. Like, come on. They're like, do a few quests for us. I'm like, okay, we're in. Right? Like, all right, undersea people, do you want to, like, no. Go kill our princess.
Oh yeah,
okay.
the turtles. Let's go say hi to that. I forgot the
There's a whole underwater area. We're on a whale. We've yet to go to the second part of this zone.
That's true. Now, but random question about your thalassophobia. Is it not triggered in this game?
No. Even though there are like
there's
weird...
very dark. Have you been to like the dark
the trenches and stuff? Yeah.
Okay.
So it's about ground rules, I guess. This game does not have underwater things that can attack you.
Sure. Okay.
So once that is made clear, then I could care less, right? Like it's about stuff like this is normally about the fear of like there's something down there and it definitely wants to eat me, right? Like that kind of thing.
Right.
But since the game rules are like, no, that's not a thing. Everything that you fight is above ground. I'm fine, which is crazy. When you think about it, it's like a shark floating on the surface. I'm like, time to die, you son of a bitch. But if I was underwater, that same shark could be like, oh no!
Yeah.
I can't figure out why I'm like that, but that's what I am.
Yeah. I remember being a little bit terrified when I first came down here because like, you know, I fully expected them to put some like giant fucking sea monsters and shit like that. But yeah, it's just kind of chill.
There are in areas like huge fish and like I saw a giant great white at one point, but they literally don't do anything. They just sit there and they're like, oh hey. They're just there for color, which I feel like is the, you know, Squeenix is in the pocket of big jaws, but whatever. I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah.
A great white that won't eat you seems like propaganda to me. Also, yeah, this dungeon right here, I couldn't figure out.
Let's talk about the dungeons.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out in the trailer, or I guess the cinematic, what this was, because I was like, why are we underwater right now? What is this? And so when I finally got here, I was like, oh, this is so neat. Yeah, so I have done, oh my goodness, what dungeons have I done? So for Stormblood, I did the Siren Song Sea, which I think was the first dungeon, which is literally just pirates.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. I had a ton of fun. I couldn't tell if there was something more to it because at the end there was like a weird tower. And I was like, wait, is this tower like an Imperial tower? What is this thing? Because it looked like it was powered by electricity.
It's like a shipwreck type deal, I think.
Yeah, but at the very, very end, there's like a giant, it looks like an electrical tower or something. I was like, what is this? It may be nothing, but it was a neat background. And I was like, oh, I think there's more to this. And then this dungeon, the one you see before you, the, what is it? Shisui of the Violet Tides, I think is what it's called.
I think I've done this dungeon. So I've done this dungeon more than any other dungeon in Stormblood, probably. And
Why?
I don't know if you got to see it when you played through it. I don't think you did. This dungeon has, in a lot of people's minds, the best slut mog gear.
Like,
and I'm not kidding. Let me see. Let me see if I can find. So in party chat, I linked you the chest piece for tank, but they're all pretty much the same.
Chest piece for tank.
Yeah, the Shisui Joy of Fending. But like, I don't like.
I see how that looks on a man. I can only imagine what that looks on a woman.
It's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot. There's not a lot. There's not a lot, essentially.
Yeah.
And so people spam the shit out of this dungeon. Those are the legs. Or wait, no, that's the waist. Let me find the legs here.
This is so funny. They're hilarious. Yeah, that is not a lot of cloth. I will say that the dungeon itself, some of the gear in here the like more armory gear
Yeah.
reminded me of the Imperial outfits, and I was like, "Oh, neat!"
A little bit,
just like
yeah.
the Empire. And then at some point, they literally just give you Imperial outfits.
Right.
Like when you sneak into an Empire base, and you have to wear it. And I was like, "Oh, damn! I get to wear the Empire's like Asian-y themed outfits. Dope."
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that was definitely in the next
Oh
zone.
my god, get out of town with this.
Yeah, those. So you could see, like, that's why a lot of people spam that dungeon.
That is, I guess if you're gonna dress your waifu up, you know, less is more, I suppose.
Something like that. Yeah, something like that for sure. And then you also did the Susano fight, the first Primal. If you recall that.
I do. That was the very funny, hey, bring us this emerald gem thingy that is literally almost a 1-for-1 reference to just straight up like a Japanese like legendary artifact kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then it combines with 2 others to create a dude who just was like, ha 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 ha, and was like, challenge me. And I was like, all right, this is fun.
Yeah.
That was neat. They're like turtle god. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yep. Yeah, I've done that Primal. I've done like most of the Stormblood end game content, more so than any other. Here's your whale shark over here.
Yeah, no, that's a great white. That's no whale shark.
Yeah.
That's a big ass. And that's one of the things where it was like you can tell what fights you and what doesn't. And so they just like put things in here because it's like, oh, it is the ocean. But none of it like does anything, right? They like look at you like, oh hey, how's it going?
Angry.
Yeah, like
yeah.
Normally I'd eat you. Yeah, so it doesn't like get me in any sort of way. Like they put like cute things in this world. I'm like, oh neat.
Yeah, there's I'm sure you saw the little extra like bubbles that exist with different things in them.
No, what is this? I've never seen this one.
I think this is just for
Sci-Fi cave?
Mining. Oh, there's more of those shell
look, it has the guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that there's maybe a fate that spawns in here. I forget.
Oh, there's a naked one that's just
the
special
slug.
enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a bunch of like hidden stuff like that thrown throughout here.
Interesting.
Which is cool.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I when I was here it was kind of like go to this one town, go to this other underwater town, and then go to the dungeon. I was like, okay.
Yeah. Once you go underwater, it goes pretty quick. But yeah, going back to like all of the in-game content in this dungeon or in this expansion, I've probably done the most. So like Susano, I've tanked, I've DPS'd, I've healed it. It's a really fun fight. I think it's honestly like one of the best fights just to teach people like mechanics in general, especially once you start doing it in game.
Sure.
But just going through it for the first time and seeing it like the mid part, the halfway part where the sword falls down in the tank. So I'm sure it was explained to you, but just
everyone in chat was like, "Go on your paladin.
Oh yeah,
do it with your tank." And I was like, I'd rather not screw this up. I'm fine. And so I just watched a dude do it, and I was like, "Oh my god, that does look super fun, though."
Yeah. So essentially, what's happening there? Do you remember back when? Oh god, what dungeon was that? Where the ATB meter? Maybe that was Alexander in the raid. When it was like the ATB meter came up and you had to like spam.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
when that happens in that dungeon, it's the same thing. And the tank just has to basically spam buttons on his keyboard so that he can like repel the attack essentially. So it's kind of fun. It's not necessarily difficult by any means, but
right. I bet from the
just
tank
fun.
perspective, it looks neat too, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool. I really was like, whoa. We can go to the other zone, the southern zone. Is that where we're going?
Yeah, we're headed to Yangjia, however you want to pronounce it. I got to be careful about flying around in here, though, because you've only seen half of this, if I recall.
Yeah, the northern half is off limits to me.
Yeah, okay. So I will... In fact, I actually wonder... Huh. I will take us to certain places and just ask what is there for you. Oh, do you have this right here?
I do not.
Get it? Yeah, I like this this zone's music. God damn it. Did you miss the jump like I'm about to? There we go. Yeah, this
Hey.
zone has really cool music.
Yeah, this music is it's very good. This is the one where I made up a little like happy ditty to it because this is great music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You also met the there's our big head boy right there.
Yeah, there he is.
Dadar. You met the wolf people, which is
I
weird.
did. People were like, "You've seen them before." It's like, I have certainly not. I would recognize if I saw wolf people immediately. I'd be like, "Hold up."
Yeah.
This lady who very sadly dusts the dust. I love her. That woman back there who like wipes down the dirt.
Yeah.
It's at first I was making fun of her, then she's like, "I'm waiting for my son to come home from war. One day he'll be home." It's like, oh,
yeah. There's a lot of sadness in general across this zone, for sure.
Well, yeah, this zone was like brutalized by the Empire. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
That's why it's all messed up. So like beyond this wall, it's all destroyed and everything's sort of Empire controlled.
Right.
And I think it's neat. I love the fact that they very much are like, yes, the Empire's terrible. Also, behind those walls, that's so effing cool.
Oh, over here.
Yeah. I was noticing when I was flying around in here, because I got flight in here a little bit ago. You can see that to our left is the Imperial base that was built.
Yep.
And that's where the initial attack was launched from.
Yep.
And you can see sort of everything juts out from there. But if you turn to the right, you can see that on all of the entrances, the one that is opposite of that base is the one that has all of the explosion marks on it.
Right. Yeah.
I was like, what a fun little detail. That's probably where they entered the city from.
Yeah. Yeah, this zone's one of my favorites. There's a on the north side of this, there's a fate that spawns, which essentially is like the nine-tailed fox.
Interesting.
And it's a big, I think it either has a 30-minute or an hour-long fate, but it's one of the like rare fate spawns in Stormblood that a lot of people still to this day farm because you can actually get gear from it. I think the gear, I think it either drops a mount or maybe you saw someone that had like a giant tail. God, what?
I have seen people in that fox gear. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot what the name of the gear is here. I was trying to see if I had.
I love the that statue in the distance back there. I love that there's a catfish people village in this zone.
Oh yeah.
Top of the wall has like dragon heads and stuff. This whole area
it's just
is
well
neat as
done.
hell.
It's just cool looking. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
The catfish place is over here. I will say this: it's not the only catfish place in the game.
That's true. I do not trust catfish people.
You don't really? You don't like the Namazu? They're my favorite.
I don't know. I love them. I love them.
Does this guy spawn for you right here? This fate?
Yeah, he's there.
Wait, that's a giant fucking catfish guy. I've never seen him that big.
Yeah. Well, he's a quest giver.
Yeah. Yeah, the catfish people are a little ridiculous.
They are hilarious. I just don't trust them because they've only betrayed me. Every time I've met them, they've betrayed me in some way. So I do not trust them. However, very cute.
Sure.
And the fact that one, oh my god, the one dude I met underwater, the dragon guy, I can't remember his name, had an otter friend that was hilarious.
Yes. The otters are so good.
There's a scene where you're talking to the guy and the guy's like, well, you've done a lot of help for me, but I still can't trust you. And the otter like turns and looks at him like, bitch, please. It was hilarious. There's so many good moments in this game. What's crazy about this expansion is that the overall plot, for lack of a better term, is like very simple in this expansion. In the previous one, there was so much going on. Mystery, intrigue, who to trust, who not to trust.
Yeah.
Like everyone could possibly be betraying me. The entire time I was like, is this person betraying me? Well, the entire time I thought I was being betrayed. This expansion is more or less, we know what we're doing. It's pretty straightforward. We're trying to convince people the bad guy's the bad guy. And every so often someone's like, oh, the reason why I turned you in is because I'm afraid of that bad guy. A great example is Orange Shirt Guy.
Oh, right? From this zone? Yeah.
Yeah, the orange shirt guy who the entire time.
Isen or something like that. I forget his name.
Yes. Yeah. He is just that character. Like, perfectly exemplifies that character where he's just, I can't fight them. They've killed my whole family. You know, all I have is my sister. And then the entire time he's just like, oh, I can't do it. And at the very end is like, I'm doing it. Like,
Yeah.
It's like, all right, okay, yeah. It has a lot of tropes of stuff like that in it.
Sure.
But so I don't know that it's. I can understand when people would like this less than Heavensward, but it's also one of those things where I think there are a lot of moments that really stand out in this expansion as being like excellent moments.
Oh yeah.
The fight that we had literally right over here,
Right.
with Xenos, that was like, Gary's like, I have to kill him, and you're like, well, this is a terrible idea, but I can't leave you behind, girl.
Yeah.
You go, and then like, obviously, I mean, it's super tropey. You know what's gonna happen. If you've ever watched a single movie in your life, you know what's gonna happen. It's like everyone's like, we can't go fight with you. We can't. And then of course they all show up, right? Like, okay.
Yeah. I will say that so the zone that you just hit, Azim Step, is the level 65 like those quests are level 65 there. So it's about the halfway point of the expansion. So you still have a good bit to go. And it does, I mean, I guess it does, like, there's, every story is a trope in some sense, right? So they still
absolutely.
exist.
I mean, the last one literally was Game of Thrones meets Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
like, it was, you know, it was very tropey.
You definitely have some really fun stuff coming up, as I always say. But it will kind of buck the trend of like, you want to join the resistance? No? All right, I'll go kill these guys. Oh, now you're interested in joining the resistance?
Right.
Like that type of stuff. And so there's definitely some stuff coming up with that, kind of reaching its culmination, I guess. And then, yeah, it does some other things, which is cool for sure. I'm trying to think if there's any other like big, remember last episode? You asked me if Estinian paid off with him walking away at the end of that scene with the flowers in his hands.
I'm so thrilled. That may be either the last thing or second to last thing that happened to me.
It did, yeah. I remember it. It was
holy
one
shit!
Of the last things
that blew my. I was so effing happy. Like the minute I saw a blood red pole arm, I was like, "Is that my boy?"
Yeah.
I didn't want to believe it. I had to ask Chad. I was like, I don't know that I can handle that he's back. And then he was back, and I was so happy.
He's fucking cool, man. Estinian's like one of the coolest characters in the game by my
I was so happy he was back, and he was like, a dragon on the loose? I got this shit. I was like, yeah. See, look, wolf people. Many wolf people.
Yeah, the Lupin bow hands. I don't know why they're aggro towards us though.
Well, these guys are like bad dudes.
I guess this is like the Imperial ship that they're protecting or something. Maybe they're scavengers. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe they are scavengers.
Yeah.
The worst thing in the zone are those guys directly behind us.
These things? The Venara?
Yes. Holy crap, are they awful looking?
Oh yeah, those things are pretty terrifying.
That's like some demonic howler monkey shit. Yeah. I saw one of those at night and was like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the other thing that's different, I will say, from the fact that you're level 73 in the expansion, going through here at like 64, some of these areas in the zone, especially when you can't fly, are so fucking annoying. Like it was just, it was a giant grind for sure. Yeah. Oh, I think, wait, is there, someone just said there was a fox lady spawned right here. I don't think that's accurate. Oh, is that? I guess this is like an RPer. I don't know what the fuck's happening. People are being weird in the shout. But yeah, Estinian showed up next to a giant hole. I don't know if you know what's going on there, so I'll just say that was awesome.
I imagine that's where Shinryu ended up, or like they said that someone, I think Xenos or someone mentioned that he blasted a hole somewhere. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Wherever he landed, I think.
Sure. Yeah, that he's great character. Always good to see Estinian show back up. And yeah, I think that's kind of the general story gist of it so far. Like I said, you're about halfway through.
I will say Alisaie is the best character so far this expansion.
Yeah.
They've really fleshed out her character and given her something to do besides be like, I don't know what to do with my life. Now she's just the Sass Queen, and I really want a Kryl Alisaie story arc at some point where the two of them are just like, no, I don't think we'll be doing that. And I'll just be very excited if they're just sassy together. I don't know if it happens, but I wish for that very much.
When was the last time that you saw Tataru? What was she doing? And I'm only asking this because I'm not sure.
Oh, Tataru is back at Kugane with
Hemlock or Hancock, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hancock, who's just like that dude is like, yes, sir. I love money, sir.
Yeah, he's just kind of a shitbag for Yolarito. Yeah.
There was one scene where I had to convince someone in this zone to trust me. And I was talking to them, and it gave me an option. Either one was, say you are a salesman or something, and you have, you'll do your best to make the sale, and the other one was like, do your best Hancock impression. And I was like, oh my god, well of course that that's the one. And the woman was like, you're kind of creepy, and walked away. And I didn't do the quest. I was like, got me.
Yeah, the old Hancock. So yeah, that's kind of the general gist of the story. I know you've obviously been playing a lot off stream. I think you said your Dragoon is 70 now. I think you've also leveled your Paladin, maybe a couple crafters or something like that.
My Paladin is 70. My Dragoon is, oh my goodness, my Dragoon is, what are you, sweet boy? 63.
Okay. Have you leveled
my
anything else?
Goldsmith is 66.
Nice.
My Fisherman is 33.
How you liking the fishing? Oh, I haven't seen your.
I'm having a great time.
Fisherman's outfit. Jesus.
That's my fisherman outfit. It's literally what I have on, what they give me quest wise.
Sure.
They gave me a pink outfit. I'm taking a pink outfit. I'm not gonna change it.
Yeah.
And so yeah. I mean, fishing is interesting in that it's more than, like, in other MMOs, fishing is just throw a thing in the water, click a thing, and get it back.
Right.
And, different areas of higher difficulty. This is kind of layered in that, yes, it's you throw a thing in water, but there's all sorts of different baits that you can use. And then, besides that, you also have the ability to cast this thing called Patience,
right,
which increases the high quality nature of your fish, but reduces your hook efficiency. So then you also have two abilities that work with that instead of just reeling a thing in, you can decide to negate that efficiency decrease.
Right.
But it uses some of your GP, your gathering points.
Yep.
And then you can also release fish, because that's the thing you can do.
Yeah.
You can just release fish.
Yep.
Which I thought was really cute. I love the idea that it's just like, yeah, if you catch it, we'll keep the record, but you can release it. Or you can also mooch, which I think is hilarious, where you can take a fish, stick it back on the hook, and then use that fish to get a bigger fish.
Right. It's true.
Which I think it's fascinating. I hate that. I saw a guy at our FC house.
Yeah.
Who was dressed like Frog from Final Fantasy. Not Final Fantasy, from Chrono Trigger.
Oh, yeah.
It was the cutest thing I've ever seen. I was laughing so hard. I was like, yes, I love this.
Yeah, I got some Moogle gear from the crafting
I see
stuff.
that.
I leveled all my crafters. So I have every crafter at 71 or higher. And then Miner and Botanist are 80 and Fisher's level 50. So I've almost maxed everything out.
I love the way this one set of Goldsmith gear looks. It looks so ornate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's so much stuff on it. I'm like, yeah.
It looks pretty cool. How do you feel about Kugane as kind of a central hub?
I love this zone. I think it's great. And as I'm sure everyone can hear in the background, the song that goes by the lyrics, anime Japan. Those are the lyrics of this song.
It's true. It's true.
There it is.
Yep.
Anime Japan. Yeah.
It's good stuff.
This thing right here is the devil.
So I have this. I got this. I did it on
I
my
bet
first
you do.
try.
I don't believe that at all.
I did it on stream on my first try. Jesse, you
Don't
don't
believe
even
it.
understand. It took me for fucking ever to get all the way up top there, dude. Can you even like zoom? You can't even see the top of it from over here. I think we need to go over here a little bit. So you can see the top. You go all the way up this thing. And you go to the very fucking top.
I hate it. I hate it.
It was you should do it on stream because it's fun, but
I tried. I got to the third beam and fell and was like, well.
Oh, over there on the left?
Yeah, I got there and was like, cool, mate. And I was like, all right, what else do I have to do? And they're like, you got to go all the way to the top. And I was like, no.
Dude, some of those. So there are a couple like checkpoints that occur, but once you get kind of past the final green roof, there are no more checkpoints. And when you fall, it's just bad. It's just like desk slammingly infuriating.
Yeah, that's the vibe I got. I also heard when I came back, I was doing quests and I walked back over and there was like 30 people standing on that point.
There's like a skip. There's a
they're clear. Everyone was like, no, we all got here. I'm like, liars.
I think
and then chat was like, there's a blue mage skip. And I was like, of course there is.
Oh, see, I didn't even know that. I don't even have blue mage level.
Yeah, apparently you can get dragged up here.
Oh, okay. Oh,
well, you
probably suicided and then people res you up there. That's probably what it is.
I was like, no, I do not want to cheat. If I ever get that, I'm going to earn it.
Yeah. I dedicated a stream to it, and it took about, I don't know, probably 2-3 hours. You start to, I mean, the jumps are all the same, right? So you just start to figure it out. But yeah, this is all Kugane. I really like this zone. I oftentimes
this zone's great.
Just got a cool.
I love the way they set it up. It's very late 1800s Japan.
Right.
That they even include, like, if you go further in, they even include like the colonial section.
Oh, sure.
Where,
yeah.
When you run by, you're like, when I first was exploring, I was like, oh, this area looks like it's kind of where, the colonial guys would be. And then it literally is Lolo Rito's headquarters. And I was laughing. I was like, of course it is.
Fucking Lolo Rito. Even his name just pisses me off.
I don't know if you can see it from here, but like over there's clearly, you can see the different sections. And then there's the Empire area.
Yep.
And I was like, oh yeah, that house kind of looks like it's colonial built. And everyone was like, hee hee hee.
A little bit, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, there's another, right behind us is another one of those awful lookout locations.
Wait, I guess I have this one. Where's it? Is it on top? Oh, all the way up there, yeah.
I imagine you have to jump roof to roof to roof.
Yeah, I don't actually know how to get that one. It's probably like you're saying roof to roof to roof, though. Can you get... There's one over here.
I wonder if it's...
You can probably get this one pretty easy, jumping on this.
Oh, I see it. Oh, my God.
Yeah, this one's not so bad.
Hey!
Yeah, I don't know. How do you jump in the front, maybe? Like on here up to the front? Oh, did you miss the jump?
Don't, no, I'm fine.
I think right here, this is what you do. Is this it? Okay. I don't know if I did that right, but I'm definitely over here.
Shit. So you really have to actually go for that jump. You can't just like...
Yeah, you can't half-ass it.
Press forward a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm doing this right. Let's see.
Jesus.
I think I am doing it right. I think I have one more jump, and then I got it.
I believe you now when you say you got it your first time.
Nope, I missed the jump.
I am literally...
You kind of have to almost be on the edge where it feels like you're falling off.
Sure, I see that.
Anyway,
I keep hitting the wall.
Yeah, this will definitely be something I think you'll need to do a full stream on to get all these if you're interested in doing it. Whoops, I can't miss.
This is so much butts.
Can't make the fucking jump.
Come on, you little...
You have to aim for the corner right here. See right here? See where I just landed? Aim right here.
Well, first I have to jump. I hate jumping puzzles. Oh, I hate them. Oh, I hate them so much. Oh, come on! I hate them so much.
I think that there's
JP.
some other ones somewhere else that is also pretty difficult.
How did I get on it and then immediately fall off?
Okay,
I
so
have
just
to
aim right
for
for
that
the corner.
little, like,
Yeah. Nope. Okay, now you kind of like just hug the wall, and it'll look like you're gonna fall off, and you just walk for it. Oh.
This is so dumb.
And then on this, I think you just jump like that. I don't know how I did that last time. Maybe you go up on the side. I don't know. Anyways, jumping puzzles, they exist.
Yeah, jumping puzzles. They're great. They're so much fun.
Yeah, they're in this zone. This one's probably like so much easier. It's probably just right here or some shit. I don't know. Anyways, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Not really. I think the next one will be... You'll either be finished with Stormblood or coming up on the end of it, and then you'll hit those post-patch content, and then you got some Shadowbringers. Jesse, you're getting close.
I know. I'm. It's shocking how close I am.
Yeah, you're probably 30 to 40 hours away, maybe. That might be too much. Maybe 15 to 20. You kind of cruise through them pretty quick, so might not be that far away. But you'll get there, you know? Wait, are you sitting?
Yes, I am posing on this rock
Oh, Lord.
as a very calm and powerful red mage in my element.
What is this gear? What the hell is this? I've never seen this gear before on this white mage. That shit looks crazy. Huh.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know. I like this guy right here. This guy's badass. Houston. Well, here's
It is level 70 healing lost Allegan healing gear.
Like a combo of it. Yeah, looks cool.
Yeah.
It looks cool. All right, well, we'll call that an episode. We'll come back and do another one. Like I said, probably, I would say we're going to get to a point where we got to either structure them better because there's going to be so much happening, or I do feel that like once you hit Shadowbringers, you're not going to want to stop playing. Like, I know you have a hard time, I know you say you don't like going more than 4 hours. I really feel like once you hit Shadowbringers, you're going to want to just nonstop play it for story purposes, but we'll see. We'll see what happens when we get there. What the heck is this? This little hobgoblin.
That's someone gave me a hobgoblin. It's really cute.
Yeah, the old hobgoblin. I don't know if I've got any new minions. What's my newest minion? Oh, I got Morpho. Oh, I got all these.
Morpho.
I got all these from the Ishgard.
Huge
restoration.
Morpho fan. Actually, can I tell you my favorite moment so far this expansion? It was so tiny and incredibly, like, one of the biggest payoffs ever, period.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find it right now. Where is this damn minion? Would it be on the very first page? Come on now. It's hard to explain a joke when you can't find the minion that goes along with it. Video game. I can't. Here it is. When the Nutkin is on the counter next to Thancred, that was my favorite moment this entire game. Hands down.
Yeah.
When Thancred's Nutkin was on the counter with him, that shit was hilarious. I couldn't believe that they were like, we're including this. It is now part of his character. Amazing. For people who don't know, there was a whole series of scenes in Heavensward where Thancred before he reappears, you see scenes of him bare ass naked, and the only thing covering his privates is a nutkin chasing nuts, which is even more funny.
Yeah.
And then later, when he's in the bar, there's a nutkin standing next to him, and it's his pet now, and I love that moment.
It's true. Have you seen the demon box?
It looks amazing. No.
There's a way to get him to come out of the box, but I forget how to do it.
Have you seen Emperor Gestal? Oh, there he is. Amazing.
Oh, when I pet him, did he show up?
Yeah, he just showed up. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, there he is. Yeah. It's that damn mount that we have. Yeah, I was looking through a bunch of different minions that were actually just like straight up spoilers, so I didn't want to pull them out.
Yeah,
they got a lot of nonsense here.
This is for people who don't know what the otter looks like. This is the little guy who talks shit. Yeah. What a cutie pie.
Otter. Yeah.
Amazing.
What a badass.
This game's minions are really good.
You'll recognize this if you've played Nier Automata.
I very much want... Actually, the one I really want is Palico. I want a Palico if I can get one. I don't know what the rules are.
I don't know if I have... I think I have.
I also love this guy because he is like just the silliest.
Oh, yeah.
Little frog wizard. It's pretty good.
What about Guido?
Very good. But have you seen Bacon Bits?
I think I have Bacon Bits.
Bacon Bits.
All right, Jesse.
Comes and sits on my head because Bacon Bits and I are best friends.
Jesse, in the world of one-ups, I don't know if you can beat this. And then we'll end the video.
That's very cool. I don't... You know what? He needs his master out. Hold on. Kefka needs his master, obviously. It's so silly.
It's so stupid.
Let's just get all the Final Fantasy VI characters out. Yeah, we'll get a little Emperor Gestal over here.
I wish they would interact. I wonder if they do. I don't know. Maybe
That'd be very funny.
What was... God, there was one minion that I forgot. I think it's maybe the Moogles interact with one another or something like that.
Yes, they dance with each other.
Yeah.
There's also a set of minions that I guess there was like a weird dude out in the desert. But like, you get these, you get the sun minion.
Oh, weird. I've never seen the
And you can also get a moon.
Huh. Yeah, I've never seen those before.
And then you can, I'm not sure what the button is. I don't know if it is beckon or if it's poke, maybe. There's something you can do. Oh, yeah, poke. And it literally, like, raises them up into the sky.
Huh. You got this.
Or makes them low. Or does that.
Got the little dust bunny right here. It's so silly.
And then I have my companion node that I guess is the sort of the freebie they give you when it's like, hey, remember that? Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god, that is a chunky boy. I love him.
Chocobo. It's pretty stupid.
I love his ass. I think it's so funny that sometimes I have minions that are like almost my size.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, I also have this guy. I feel really good about having this guy. There's like,
oh yeah.
You know, he supports me with his awesome. I have I also got this one, which is amazing. I use it with my goldsmith. It's just a minecart of gold.
That's beautiful. That's how it should be. That's how it should be.
Yeah, I got this from a Fate.
This one is just called OMG.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, it's a little terrifying for sure. There's a, I mean, I don't know if you'll recognize this one. Maybe.
I don't know what that is, but it looks like the thing from Final Fantasy 11. All I know is that this wind-up Ardbert is literally almost as big as me. He's half the size of me. This toy is half the size of my character.
Oh man, that's really silly. That's great. It's great. That's the only I've been honestly contemplating about race changing using Fantasia, but I miss that I.
Who would you become? Oh my God, this wind-up Edda is as literally as big as me.
Yeah, for sure. What is it? Is it Beacon? Yeah. See, I missed this because the panda only does this for Lalafels. It only gets on the Lalafell heads. For all the other races, it like gets on their shoulder. Oh my God, it's him. It's the boy.
I know. That's my boy.
It's the boy. Gotta give him the pets.
I don't know what the show is. I don't know what it's happening.
Yeah, I don't know what this turned into. It's just, hey, look at these fucking dumb minions.
This one I think is actually super funny. Just because it like goes down the Final Fantasy list. This thing's great.
Yeah.
It goes whoop whoop whoop.
Yeah, I like the little bunny's good too. Any of the like little cute animals are cheating. Whoa, my game just like alt tabbed. That was weird. Oh well. I think we're gonna call it a video. Why the hell did you do that? That was awkward. Yeah, we'll call it a video, and like I said, we'll do another one of these. I will figure out a better structure once we get, and maybe like we'll do some episodes live or something in between some of your streams. Maybe that's a way to go about it.
So much happens between the time we have a chance to talk about stuff. There's a lot to talk about.
Yeah, maybe we'll just like tack it on to the end of your streams or something, as like wind down stuff. I don't know. We'll figure it out, and we'll let everyone else
Whatever
know.
works.
So, yeah. That'll do it. Thanks everyone so much for watching here on the YouTubes, and make sure to check out the Coxman stream, Little JC, over at twitch.tv/JesseCox as he progresses through.
At some point this week, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to give a date.
Okay.
But at some point this week, the project we've been working on for the last 2 weeks will be done.
Nice.
And I would just say get to the stream early. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
All I'm gonna say, just get to the stream early.
Gotcha. I know of the thing. I think is this the thing you showed me in the past?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. All right. Okay. Gotcha. I think I know what it is. So you'll just have to tune into the stream early. That'll do it though. Thanks everyone so much for watching. We'll see you next time with more forward and back again. A Coxtail. We're out. Bye-bye.